Hello student, I'm Ms. Lynette Fernandez, Associate Professor in Botany, teaching in PES's SRSN College, Farmagudi. Today, we will be dealing with a program for SYBSc students. The subject is Botany, Semester 4, course code is BOC 104, Plant Physiology. Title of the unit, Plant-Water Relations. Module name, Water Potential. Outline, water potential, osmotic pressure, turgor pressure, diffusion pressure deficit. The learning outcomes are, it will explain the concept of water potential. It will help in understanding the difference between osmotic pressure and turgor pressure, and it also explains the diffusion pressure deficit. What is water potential? Water potential is the free energy which is available for work. So it helps in the movement of water because the water has some potential energy to do some work, and that helps in the movement of water from one cell to another cell. So it is critical for moving water to the leaves so that photosynthesis can take place. Water potential is denoted by the Greek letter psi. It is measured in bars or megapascals. Water potential of a solution can be determined using pure water as the reference standard. Why pure water? Pure water has a water potential of 0, and that is the maximum water potential that is present. So, for measurements of water potential, the difference between the water potential in a system, like the plant tissues for example, and that in pure water are taken. So that helps in doing measurements of water potential. Now suppose pure water, we have pure water. The water potential of pure water is 0. And suppose solutes are added to the pure water. Then because of the dissolved solutes, the water potential will be less than 0. That is, it will have a negative value. So water potential decreases with the increase in the amount of dissolved solutes. And water always moves from a region of higher water potential to a region of lower water potential. So the movement of water will be from, in this particular case, from pure water to a region of water which is having dissolved solutes. Water potential is an important diagnostic tool to determine the water status in plant cells and tissues. Cell sap has lower water potential. Why is it so? Because it has a lot of dissolved organic matter. So as a result of which, the water potential of cell sap is always negative. The lower the water potential in the plant cell or the tissue, the greater is its ability to absorb water. And this ability will keep on decreasing with the increase in water potential. Conversely, if there is higher water potential in a cell, then it has an ability to give water to the neighboring cells, to the nearby cells which are showing a deficiency in water. So this helps in bringing about the movement of water from one cell to another cell in the tissue. So movement of water from one cell, that is a cell having higher water potential, to a cell having lower water potential is possible because of the differences in this water potential. Osmotic pressure. This is the pressure which is developed by a solution when it is separated from its solvent by a semi-permeable membrane. This osmotic pressure is directly proportional to the concentration of dissolved solutes in the solution. So, more the number of dissolved solutes in the solution, higher will be the osmotic pressure. So, it is always higher in solutions than in their pure solvents. Osmotic pressure is denoted by the symbol pi, and it carries a sign which is a positive sign. Suppose there is pure water. Again, water potential will be equal to 0. So if the water potential is 0, osmotic pressure is also 0 because there are no dissolved solutes here. Suppose solutes are added to the pure water, then the water potential will start decreasing. Then what will happen to the osmotic pressure? Because of the addition of the solutes, osmotic pressure will start increasing. So, in the case of water potential, it will go from 0 to negative, more and more negative. And in the case of osmotic pressure, it will start increasing from 0 to more and more positive. In the living plant cells are supposed to be closed systems, and the osmotic solution, which is the cell sap, it has certain osmotic pressure. So the cell sap has certain osmotic pressure. The plasma membrane in the living cell is selectively permeable, and the solvent which is present in the plant cells is always water, and the cell membrane is permeable to water as well as minerals. Now, when such a plant cell is placed in water, now water here is a hypotonic solution. That means its osmotic pressure is lower than the cell sap. So in such a case, the water enters the cell sap. Why? Because the cell sap is hypertonic. That is, the osmotic pressure is higher. Okay, so the water enters the cell sap by osmosis, that is endoosmosis. And because of this, a hydrostatic pressure develops. Now this pressure presses against the cell wall. It presses the protoplasm against the cell wall, and the cell becomes turgid. The hydrostatic pressure which is developed within the protoplasm due to the osmotic intake of water, it stretches the cell wall for increasing the cell volume. And this is called as the turgor pressure. So it is the hydrostatic pressure which is developed within the protoplasm as a result of intake of water. At this stage, osmotic pressure will be equal to the turgor pressure. Therefore, the turgid cell cannot take in more water into the cell. At this stage, osmotic pressure is equal to the turgor pressure. And if this happens, then there is no more water intake. So the suction pressure will be 0. The turgor pressure is counteracted by a wall pressure, which is exerted by the elastic cell wall against the expanding protoplasm. So the turgor pressure is equal to the wall pressure which is directed on the inner side. When a plant cell is placed in a hypertonic solution where the osmotic pressure is higher than the cell sap, what will happen? The water from the cell sap will come out of the cell by a process which is called as exosmosis. As a result, cell will become flaccid. What will happen if the cell is placed in an isotonic solution? If it is placed in the isotonic solution, the cell will remain as such. There will be no movement of water, as the osmotic pressure, both outside as well as inside the cell, is the same. Significance of turgor pressure in plant life. Cell turgidity is essential for the growth of plants. Cell turgidity is essential for growth of the cells. They help in the expansion of the cells and hence bring about the growth of the cells. They also help in the stomatal movement, that is, the cyclic turgidity and flaccidity of the guard cells bring about the opening and closing of the stomata. Water is forced from the xylem to the cortical cells by means of turgor pressure in the xylem. Mechanical strength to the soft tissues in the plants is due to the turgor pressure. Cell turgidity is also essential for the movement of the plants. What is diffusion pressure deficit? It is the difference between the diffusion pressure of a solution and its pure solvent at the same temperature and atmospheric pressure. So diffusion pressure of a solution is always lower than its pure solvent. That is, the diffusion pressure deficit of a solution is always higher than its pure solvent. DPD of the cells is a measure of the ability of the cells to absorb water. Hence, it is often called as the suction pressure. Now, dPd is the difference between the osmotic pressure and the wall pressure. Since wall pressure is equal to turgor pressure, dPd can be given as the difference between the osmotic pressure and the turgor pressure. In the case of the plant tissues, water potential is always less than 0. So, water potential is always negative. Now, when water potential is 0 bars, there would be no water deficit in the soil. So, there is no water stress in plants and no water intake by plants. As the water potential decreases, water deficit decreases in the soil. Water stress increases in the soil, and water absorbing capacity of the soil also increases to a great extent. Suppose leaves of plants rooted in well-watered soils are checked for the water potential. It usually shows -2 to -8 bars, and the plant growth rate is high. In the case of dry or poorly watered soils, the water potential is between -9 to -15 bars, and the plant growth rate is low. Here, the dPd is high. Similarly, in the case of air-dried viable seeds, here the dPd is very, very high because the water potential is very low. That is about -60 to -100 bars or even lesser. So in the case of air-dried viable seeds, these, when they are placed in water, because of their high dPd, they can absorb a lot of water and swell up. Now, the water potential of solutions of soilless culture is around -0.7 bars, and the water potential of seawater is -25 bars. Hence, it cannot be used for irrigation of crops. Why is it so? Because the water from the crop, from the plants, will be seeping out or will be coming out of the cells into the soil because of the higher water potential in the soil which is having seawater. So, in plant cells, the dPd or the suction pressure increases when there is a decrease in the water potential. These are the references. Thank you.